Hey guys, it's Steve and I'm back with a new video. I'm standing in this empty room, which is our living room, and we're getting ready to convert it into an office, and we couldn't have picked a better day because we got a bunch of snow, everything's shut down, I don't have to work, so we're going to spend today getting our living room changed around. Right now, it's kind of bare bones, there's not really much in here, but when I get done, I'll upload another part of this video that will show the completed product, so stay tuned. So that first part of the video was shot about a month ago when we're getting ready to convert this living room into our home office. And we've, obviously finished the painting. We've got everything set up pretty much the way we want it. So I figured now was the best time to go ahead and do an office video. So here goes. Alright, so this is an overview, a quick shot of my side of the office. We've got it set up, like I said, for an office for both me and my wife. We didn't do anything fancy. We just painted the walls and then moved our stuff in and set it up the way we wanted to. And this side is her side. I'm not going to go over there other than to mention that sweet PlayStation 4 gaming monitor that she has, that she's using as an external monitor. But beyond that, I'm just going to stick to my side in this area right over in here. Straight ahead, I guess I'll start there. So straight ahead here is the fireplace. It's a nice little display unit. Works with came with a little remote control here, and it actually does put out heat. Of course, you can adjust the intensity of the flame. You can see I'm at 2 right now. At 1, you can barely see it. You can turn it off. Alright, so turning it back on, you can also adjust the length of time that you want it to remain on. You can go from 30 minutes all the way up to 9 hours. And like I said, it does work pretty good. The temperature, as far as setting the temperature, you can turn the thermometer on here, but as far as setting it, it's more done more manually. To do it manually, you basically just press a button and the max it'll go up to. It'll go anywhere from 62 to 82 degrees. And like I said, it does put out some heat. As you can see, it's got a couple display shows on both the left and right side. Right now we really don't have anything in there. On the left side there's some envelopes, and on the right side, can't see it too well, but there's a 3-hole punch. Above that, on the top shelf, we got some paper for our printer, and then some other paperwork, some stamps, and the ink cartridge card, so we know which ink cartridges to get to replace. And on the top, if you notice here, we've got a little basket. This is used for nothing more than throwing paper that we need to shred in. We just leave it there, and then at the end of every week we just take it and put it in the shredder here. The shredder is like this shredder is one that we got from Staples. It's like a 7-page max shredding capacity. Also up here we've got a flashlight, the phone, this printer here. This is an HP NV 5530. I did a review of that. That's already up on the channel, so if you really want to know more about that, I'll provide a link for most of the stuff that I've already done reviews for, but you can actually check that out there. It's a really good printer. I can actually print from my computer, my iPad, as well as my Galaxy Note 3. And behind all of that, I've got an old JVC boombox. I've had this thing since about 1999. I bought it at the time I was in the military, and I deployed overseas to Bosnia, and I just picked that up. Nice, something nice to have, play music on. I just have it sitting in here. Every now and then we listen to it for noise. Now, I know you may be wondering, why in the heck is a surge protector sitting on top of the radio instead of on the floor? And I put that up here for a reason, because I'm actually going to talk about it. This is a Belkin always on outlet, and the thing is, it has a distinguishing feature that allows you, if you notice up here, these two outlets are for items that you would always have on, and then things down here, these items that you may use every once in a while or at some points during the day, but they don't need to be on all day. And basically what you do, this surge protector comes with a remote and a wall mount. So this is the remote here that it comes with. And basically what you do, if you are at the point where you're ready to shut off your items, like right here we've got the phone plugged in. That's obviously something that we always want on. Well, we've got the fireplace, the shredder, the copier, and whatever else is up here. It's plugged in. It's not something that we always need to be on. So if you just hit that button there, you notice that the light went out. All right, and if I hit it again, you'll notice that the light comes back on. I got two of them. I got them at Home Depot, so you might want to check them out. Those are pretty good. Now swinging a little bit around my side of the office here. Like I said, we've got the shredder. On the floor here, I got a lamp that I'm currently not using, as well as a light. Whenever I need a little additional light, I can take that light there and set it up on a table, and it'll provide a little light for me. Also, I've got a bookcase. As you can see, reading is fundamental. I love reading. Over here on the side of my bookcase, I got a pair of Sennheiser HD 203 headphones. Now, these are not anything fancy to write home about. These are not, you know, wireless or Bluetooth or anything. These are corded headphones. They've got, of course, padded cushions for your ears, and then one for the top of your head, and a pretty long cord. This isn't coming out too good here, but I've got the cord actually wrapped up. Right below that, I've got some paper, which I really need to move out of the way. But I've got some product boxes of things that I've bought. Just move that. Alright, the first thing here is the box for my iPad 4th generation. iPad with Retina display. That's the 4th generation model. I did a review for that. I'll put a link for that on the channel. Next, I've got an extended battery box for my Canon Vixia HFR 300. I did a review for that. It's also on the channel. Next, I got a Seagate 3 terabyte external hard drive, and I'll talk more about that once I come over to it. This is probably the only item, the box that I have here, that the item is still in. Everybody knows what this is. It's the Chromecast. And lastly, I have my 13.3-inch MacBook Pro box. This is the October 2011 edition that came out. I picked it up in February of 2012, and it kind of is where I started doing my YouTube videos from. Alright, now let's get to the good stuff, the actual office setup. So I guess I'll start working my way from left all the way around the right here. Alright, so what I've got up here first, I've got a little mug here, an R2-D2 mug that my wife got me for Valentine's Day with some candy in it. Those are really good. It's a nice mug. I'm not going to drink out of it just because of the sentimental value of it. You know, she got me that. She knows that I love Star Wars, so it's something that she got me for Valentine's Day. Next to it is my 3 terabyte Seagate external hard drive. This, I've enjoyed having this. I've had it for about a month and a half now. And one of the things that I really enjoy about it is the fact that if you're not using it for a while, it'll shut off. It detects that you're not using it, and it shuts off to conserve energy. Next to that, I've got a little lamp, and then a little pen holder with about 1 billion pens, markers, highlighters, and scissors in it. Next to that, or right in front of it, I should say, I've got my Apple wireless mouse and keyboard that go to my 21.5-inch iMac. And this is the mid 2011 edition. It's the one that still has the combo CD DVD drive on the side here. I also have my Apple remote, and I've got this paired to my MacBook Pro as well as my iMac. I can use this to stop and start videos. As you can see, this is the intro for this video that we're actually watching, but if I use my Apple remote, I can hit pause and that'll pause the video. And I really enjoy having that. Next to that, you also see another remote. That remote is paired to this Belkin outlet down here. And that's the other thing about these remotes. They pair, all you have to do is switch the circuit in both the remote and on the back of the outlet, and the remote will be paired with it. We've done the same thing with the ones that have our phone and printer and everything else plugged into it. Next to that, well, actually, in this drawer right here, I've got a few things. I've got my Gerber, which is actually what I use to sort of like my unboxing knife, if you will. Got a roll of tape, a bunch of dry erase markers, got some rechargeable batteries. Having this wireless Bluetooth keyboard and mouse as well as a PlayStation 3 remote eats up a lot of battery, so it's always good to have these on hand. In addition to that, I've got 4 more batteries. I've got the software from my HP Envy printer. I actually bought the iLife 09 full version CD. And this is just instructions for installing it. Gotta have that. Priorities. GameStop Power Up Rewards card and info, as well as some other miscellaneous junk in this drawer. Nothing too big, nothing too major. Alright, right below that, and it's pretty dark down here, so I'll just pull everything out. Alright, what I've got here, first, this is a little carry case. Whenever I carry my iPad in my bag that I carry to work with me, I usually put it in here because this is a pretty thick case and it can absorb, shock. So my iPad fits right in there. Sitting on top of that, I've got this Puma iPad case. This is one I did a review on. I got this from Best Buy. Next to that, I've got the Targus Viewscape iPad case. And I think I've done a review on that as well. That's on the channel. I'll leave a link for that. And I also have a stylus that I use. This is a little cheap $5 stylus that I got from Walgreens, but it works perfectly. It does exactly what I need it to do. And lastly, I've got this Legacy Series case from my Galaxy Note 3, which I'm actually using to record this video. Alright, so here we have the rest of the stuff in my desk. And if you notice, I don't have a traditional desk, if you will. Just decided I'd let my wife have that, and I'd stick with this table because I really want to use a table when I do product reviews. It's not really ideal to do it on an office desk. The desk area that I actually use is this right here, and it's not, I know it looks a little cramped, but it's not. I can actually turn right around here to this table, and if I need to, I can use my workhorse, the MacBook Pro. This is the, like I said, this is the October 2011 edition. This is part of what got me interested in doing videos on YouTube because of all the software that comes with it. If you notice, I also have a Thunderbolt cable here. I've got it running from my MacBook Pro over to my iMac. So if on occasions when I decide to run this using the iMac as an external monitor, I can do that. All I have to do is hit F2 on the keyboard here, and what's on my MacBook Pro screen will switch over to the iMac, and I can run it as an external display. I don't do that too often. Basically, I use one computer. I'll do a lot of video editing on it, and I can do everything else that I want to do, web surfing, schoolwork, whatever. I can do that on the other computer. Also, you notice the speakers that I have, the external speakers that I have hooked up to it. These are the Logitech V20. I bought these at Circuit City back when Circuit City was getting ready to go out of business. These have excellent sound, and I'm just going to play this little clip of this video here just so you can hear it.
Long ago, hundreds of faithful warriors set off into the eastern swamplands on a sacred mission.
And you can see right now that the volume is low.
They were the Crusaders, an order of
and it sounds like that.
men and women dedicated to saving the Zakarum faith from the corruption of Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred.
All right, so those speakers provide some awesome sound quality. Next to that, I have my iPad 4th generation. It's sitting inside the Zag Keys Profolio Plus case. I did a review on this case. This is one of my favorite iPad cases. It connects via Bluetooth, and also the iPad itself is awesome. I do have to admit though, I bought the Galaxy Note 3 back in January, and it's kind of stolen some of my iPad's thunder. I've used my iPad pretty much every single day since I bought it, up until I bought the Note 3. And that's only because, of course, the Note 3 is pretty much the size of a small tablet. But having said all of that, this is still an awesome tablet, and I've got it hooked up to a Music Bullet speaker. You probably have seen those on commercials, as seen on TV commercials. I just decided to pick one up for the heck of it, because if you're really honest with yourself, you know that the speaker quality on the iPad, while it may be good quality, it's not the loudest. In this case, you see it has backlit keyboard. It's also got a lot of other functions. If you look across the top there, and you see it can play, pause, rewind, fast forward music, and can also control the volume. You can launch internet screens from there. So this here, I've had this since I bought my iPad, and that was a little over a year ago. Devotional that I'm reading here, written by my pastor, is called Every Day Begins with Jesus. I've also got a little case. This case is what I use to carry these two small external hard drives here. One, it's a Seagate 500 gig hard drive, and I use this strictly for backing up my MacBook Pro and my iMac. Nothing more, nothing less. This here, this is a 750 gig Seagate hard drive, and this is what I was using before I had the 3 terabyte. Right next to that, here's the case for my Logitech V20 speakers. These speakers here. This is the case for it. And it's not coming out too good here, but there are ridges right here that separate the speakers. So each speaker has its own space, and then in the middle, you can run the cord, and it zips right up. Right above that, I've got a bag for my Targus tripod that my camera's sitting on. I'll get to that in just a second. Right behind that, I've got my Belkin 7-port USB hub, and as you can see, it's not plugged up. It's not in use right now. Right behind that, you'll see my Heroes of the Rebellion Luke Skywalker collectible. If you guys know anything about Sideshow Collectibles, you can find anything from Marvel Avengers characters to Star Wars to G.I. Joe to Lord of the Rings characters, and I mean, you can find pretty much everything on there. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I think I said that earlier in the video. And I found this character on here. Inside, it just talks a little bit about the Heroes of the Rebellion. And then at the bottom, it talks in particular about Luke Skywalker. And it also talks about the accessories that this collectible comes with. I'm not going to read all this. I'll just zoom in here and let you see it. And now, of course, the camera wants to act up a little bit. There you go. And here he is. It's Luke Skywalker. Alright, so let's move right along, because we're almost to the end of this video. Back over here, I have, a while back I did a video on the extended battery for the Canon Vixia HFR that I purchased. This is the wall plug for it. The actual battery itself is on the back of my camcorder right here. The actual Canon battery that this comes with, that's only good for about 25-35 minutes, is right here. And then here's the wall plug for it. Here's my Targus. This is a 50-inch tripod. It's the TG 5060 TR model. And I've got my Canon Vixia HFR camcorder sitting on it. I've had this a little over a year, and this is my primary recording camera that I use for making YouTube videos. And the last thing that I have here, this is an old JVC camcorder bag. This is what I use to transport my Canon Vixia around. Inside of it, I got a little table tripod that I occasionally use, and a cleaning kit, and some other cords and stuff. And that pretty much is it. Once again, this is everything in my office. This is the entire office tour. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you see anything in here that you'd like to know more about, please drop me a line, and I will be glad to provide you whatever information that you need, or answer any questions that you may have. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.